I've been squirming around for the past half an hour, and I realized that I'm actually scared to stream for some odd fucking reason. Did it like 60 times, I think, more or less. But now suddenly I'm like, fuck, I want to stream. What I'm going to do right now is perfect for streaming, but I'm scared. Strange, right? Like, considering that I've done it so many times. But I think it's like part of the reason why I feel this way is because I didn't stream or make videos for like 2 weeks, maybe 3, maybe even a month. Then I come back and people are still watching, and I'm like, wait, what? You guys are still here? That's amazing, don't get me wrong, but also kind of scary. I kind of imagined that I would like lose most of my viewers, uh, which is like unfortunate, but the other side of it is that it would become more chill, you know? But no, people are like still interested in my content, which that's great, but also gives me anxiety, turns out. So, what I want to do today is continue yesterday's stream. We checked out Vimium, a Vim extension for Chromium browsers, and we've gone through everything, like all the hotkeys, what they do, as well as the options. The only thing that's left right now is to check out the CSS setting for it. So let's go to my browser and open the extension. So it has, this is not it. Oh, huh, nice. So it also has the custom search engines feature. That's super cool. So KRunner, or KDE more broadly, has this feature. Vivaldi has this feature, and this extension has this feature too. That's fucking cool. Oh, it's actually the same as it is in Vivaldi. Interesting. Well, obviously I'm just going to continue using the Vivaldi one because turns out you can actually search from here. What I've been doing is opening a new tab and searching from here, but actually this is a bit nicer. Just kind of recently realized that. Second of all, I feel like 50 pixels would be better. What is this? Basically scrolling. Let me show this off. When you press J or K, it scrolls like you would using your mouse. 60 felt a bit too much, and 50 actually might still be too much. Let me try 40, because usually I use D and U to scroll. This is like for more gradual, I guess, scrolling. Yeah, I do like that a bit more. Since I'm scrolling in a small way anyway, it's probably because I want it to be small. Okay, so CSS for Vimium UI. Let's fuck with it. Let's check it out. Let's figure it out. The thing about it is that I don't actually need to store it in a separate file. Let's go to dot files and see what I have here. I have vimium.json, which you can see here. And this is just the backup of all the settings for the Vimium extension. And if we change the CSS, it's actually still stored in line in JSON. So for backup reasons, I don't actually need to keep a separate CSS file because it's in the JSON. However, it is definitely more convenient to write CSS in a separate file. So I'm thinking like, maybe I should create a separate file still to give a more visible, I guess, CSS that I'm using. But then what if vimium.json and that CSS file go out of sync? That's worse. So what I'm gonna do is a middle option where I just copy this, open a new file, which is going to be in CSS, paste it, and boom. Yeah, so that's the idea of it. I'm going to be changing the CSS here, then applying it, checking it out, and so on and so forth. And then once I back up my settings, well, here we go. Okay, so first thing that I'm seeing there is that when you press F, you see this with a horrible shade of yellow, which is very, very ugly. And also, interestingly, it has this, like, I guess, gradient effect, which I'm now, I am now realizing that this gradient effect is being done. It's not like the default that they use because they didn't want to bother. No, they actually decided to use this horrible looking fucking gradient effect. I think it looks really ugly and really dated. Huh. Isn't that interesting, right? Wow. Yeah, like, I do not want that. So, what we can do is just, oh, huh. It's in a separate line. What we can do is, actually, how does it specify the color? Okay. I store all of my colors here. Let's copy it, paste it, yank it. And actually, I shouldn't have closed that tab because we do boom, boom, boom. Now when I press F, nothing changed? What? Why? What? Maybe I have to reload the page. But actually, before we get to it, no, actually, let's check it out right now, and then we'll get to the next thing that I want to do before we continue with this. Isn't this wild? Like, what? Applied to link hints. I don't get it. It clearly had a gradient. Well, okay, we'll come back to this issue after something that I actually wanted to start with. VS Code got a new update, at least for me, because I'm on Arch. And I want to check it out. I want to check out the new things that are in the new version, in case they're actually useful. So let's go through the headings, see if they're helpful, at least to me. More audio cues, I've never used them. Activity bar position. Now, what the fuck is an activity bar? And it implies that it's not at the top. So I wonder what it is. Move activity bar to the top for compact display. Now, this is called the status bar, but maybe for some odd reason, they decided to name it activity bar. The fuck is an activity? Huh, activity. Huh. something appeared here, I think. Yeah. Right, what is this? And what is it supposed to have? Activity. Uh-huh. Ah, this is what it is. Ah, so it basically takes this and moves it here. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good, but I don't like it. Regardless. Activity. Can we like... Yeah, we can hide it. Brilliant. Okay, so I didn't use it, actually. I don't think it's like needed, really. But it's cool that you can now move it there. I think it's a good option to have, even though it's kind of ridiculous if you think about it. Because generally, code is more vertical than it is horizontal in a grand scheme of things. So having it here actually makes more sense. Matter of fact, maybe possibly having tabs on the side would work better. Hide editor tabs. Well. Show multiple single or no editor tabs. I think it's going to explain it later down the line once we get to it. Maximize editor groups. Quickly expand the active editor group. So my terminal actually has something of that nature, but not exactly. Here it splits two windows side by side, horizontally. But if I press a certain hotkey, not that one, I guess, this one, the other window is still there, but it looks as if I maximized the other window. And what is actually doing, it just stacks them together. So this is very useful when you want to, well, maximize some window. Being able to do something of that nature in VS Code as well is going to be really nice. Okay, so we'll probably set a hotkey for it once we get to it once again. Python improvements, which I do not use. But yeah, VS Code is like investing a lot into Python, which is like, alright. Like, great, but it's just, I don't use it. So I keep seeing this something Python in the release notes, and I'm like, okay. Fast API tutorial. Learn about, once again, Python, lol. Gradle for Java. Well, that's good for people that may want to use Kotlin on VS Code, which is me, probably, like in the future. GitHub Copilot, I don't use it. Okay, so. Okay, I don't care about this. The window magnifier now follows the curve. Oh, Windows, like as in the operating system. Okay. I was thinking, did this not work? I never used this, by the way. I really should, but I like severely underuse this feature. You can just very easily zoom in, but I don't, and I should. Matter of fact, I know how to fix this somewhat. We go and add a new note to global. So meta v zoom in meta x, right? Hold up, and meta x, zoom out. And meta alt v is reset zoom to Yeah, reset zoom. Actually, should I have done both sides? Yeah, actually. Let's set this to be both. Boom. And then let's browse. In, how do you search for this? Deck, hotkeys, global. I've never, oh yeah, I guess like that. Huh, nice. Okay, so reset zoom, zoom out, we change from basic to both. Boom. And same thing about this. Because remembering this information from both sides is going to be pretty nice. Okay, this way, I'll keep reminding myself basically that this feature exists, so I'm more inclined to actually use it. Okay, accessible view improvements. By default, a user's cursor is positioned at the bottom of the terminal accessible view. Okay. I'm guessing this is another feature that I haven't used. Okay. Text editor in window title focus view. Yeah, this is very useful. I haven't used it, but in theory it's very useful. We now also indicate when a text editor is focused. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so activity bar, they showed off what it... Oh. Huh. Okay. That's actually better. How interesting. Huh. I might actually add it back then. Holy shit. Move activity bar to the side. So say I open this and I can move it. No. Activity bar. Activity bar. How do you actually do it though? Please let me know. You can now move. Oh, by right clicking. I never use the mouse, so I'm like, what's the command for this? Side or hidden. What? Oh. Huh? Wait, what? So I got the release notes, but not the update. Apparently, that's funny. Okay, let's hide it for now. It's not very important because I never really need these. But yeah, that's hilarious. Okay, on top, the accounts, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is supported only when the custom title bar is enabled. Huh, okay. I think I don't use the custom title bar. I make it to be a system title bar so I can remove it through a KDE rule, like window rule. I guess that's why. Okay, my bad. Hide editor tabs. So I knew you could set them to be just a single one, but now, holy shit, you can just straight up remove them overall. Okay, tab bar. Hide tab. Yeah, hide editor tabs. Wow. And now there's just no tabs whatsoever. Huh. That's like so interesting. I'm basically as close to Zen mode as I can be. without actually being into Zen mode. But then obviously we can also remove this. But it actually has useful information. This is sometimes useful. This is important. And I didn't realize that it used CRLF. It shouldn't. Let's, no, not encoding. Yeah, it should be using this. I'm surprised that it was using like the Windows thing. Then the encoding, also important. The indentation, and this is useful sometimes. Obviously, I'm not talking about the elephant in the room. This thing that shows me what I'm typing in, however, in a very buggy way for some reason, and it's been that for quite some versions. But yeah, overall useful information. And same thing applies to the tab bar. It does actually display very important information to me, like which files I have modified, which are staged, unstaged, and so on and so forth. So it's not something that I would do like by default, but it's very cool to realize that now I even can at all. So tab bar, tab, like what's the command? Yeah, this. And the other one is show tab. Yeah, there's also this, which is like pretty nice, but you're still losing the information of all the other files that you have opened. And why is that useful? Because you could search from files, or rather from tabs that you have already opened. Yeah, usually you can just search for all the files, but what if one of them either doesn't exist yet, like this one, or it's some other file that you opened somehow, and it's not in your workspaces, so you can't actually search for it. And remembering which tab is which number to use hotkeys is also ridiculous. So I think this approach is best after all. But the other two existing is very, very good. Okay, maximize editor group. There is a new command, toggle maximize editor group. This will hide all other groups and adds a button to the tab bar. I would rather it not do that. We can probably remove it, allowing the user to restore the previous layout. Okay, yeah, that's super nice. So let's go to, nope, not this, but this instead. Toggle, and I already forgot, by the way. Toggle maximize editor group. Okay, maximize. Let's yank this. And change the hotkey. So what should it be? I have something like Control-Alt-Q here, which I don't remember what it does. No, I think Control-Alt-Q does something here, actually. Okay, it's fine. I wish you could open multiple tabs of keyboard shortcuts. I'm sure it would become like a maze code-wise to implement that ability, but sometimes I really fucking want to. have multiple tabs of this open, because I will, after some time, search for toggle maximize editor group again, and I don't want to. I would rather it just be there for me to get to easily. So we have Control Alt, I think Q. Yeah. Join editor group with next group. So Control Shift Q makes sense along with this hotkey to like toggle maximize. Actually, before I do that, Control Shift Q is untaken. Control Shift Q. Okay, let's say I move this here, and then I'm looking through something and I realize that I have to code a bit more than a few sentences. Why this one? Oh, hold up. Yeah. My bad. Cool. Let's remove this fucking button. Thank you. What is this? Oh, I see. I have a hotkey specifically for that, so I don't need it. That's actually so nice. Very helpful of a feature. Okay. What I want to do now is add a new deck called Hotkeys VS Code, so we can start remembering even more hotkeys. Should it be a both thing? Yeah. So, toggle maximize, I don't need to title case that. Maximize current editor group. Control Shift Q. Yes. Okay. Oh. That's interesting, the fact that there was an error, yet this binding still worked. I wouldn't expect that, honestly. I hate that this window, like the release notes, I noticed it before, like in the past, that it doesn't remember until which point you scrolled, and it's like kind of random about it. Similar settings search in settings editor. All right, that's nice. That's very good. Confirmation for opening protocol links. All right, some security, I'm guessing. And you can disable it. That's great. Nearest quick fix keyboard shortcuts. Shortcut. There's a new setting to activate the nearest quick fix. In a line. What? Trying to understand what the fuck that is. This command highlights the source code that... normal code actions and non-fix refactorings. I'm now realizing just how sleepy I am. So it's 8 a.m. right now, not because I woke up early. No, matter of fact, I woke up very late at 5 p.m. and I've been going ever since. So I'm trying to understand what this implies. Let's look at the fucking GIF that's been playing here. Okay. I see. We were at Pokemon data here and pressed the thingy, and as we went through the options, we actually saw what is going to change. I wonder, is this... Okay, let's read again. There is a new setting to activate the nearest quick fix in a line from this. I'm pretty sure that's not the default key binding. I think it's using my keybind because that's what it is for me. Oh, that's so cool. No matter where your cursor is in that line, previously a preview feature. Okay, so it's now enabled by default. Oh, I got it. Okay, I got it. Basically, what you used to have to do, you see the red squiggly line and you have to go to it and then quick fix. Now you don't have to go to it specifically, just go to the line and you can access its fix if you want to. Okay, yeah, that's incredible. That's amazing. For non-Vim users, that's probably even better. Multi-document highlighting. Cool. I don't use it, but cool. Truthfully. Force push using force if includes. What's that? I've never actually heard about it. Is that a thing in Git? Git push help. Huh. Yeah. I did not know that. Force an update only if the tip of the remote tracking ref has been integrated locally. I did not know about this. Wow. Which is an auxiliary option to forthwith release. 2.3. I gotta stop this habit. Use this. Get ver. Actually. No, so it's kinda old. Interesting. Okay. They're implying it's new though. I guess it's kinda new, but not really. A really nice thing about VS Code, as we've seen multiple times in this release notes already, is that it says new feature that you can configure or disable. Like, that's pretty much always the case. It never forces features on you. If you don't want to use a feature, you don't actually have to. You can often disable it, and that's very, very cool. Scroll on execute improvements. Oh, that's notebooks. I don't use them. I don't use Python or JavaScript. Mm-hmm. Okay, what is that? Chat agents. Oh, okay, that's Copilot that I can't even use, I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe the free version, but at that point, is it worth it? This is this is fucking scary. Like, I get it. Commit messages are annoying. I agree. But how long is it going to be until we just AI generate and then AI explain? And we just stop talking? Am I sounding like a boomer? I probably am. But like, well, maybe actually an AI is going to be better at commit messages than the average programmer, because it will more precisely look at all the code and it won't forget some changes that you might have made. So this is good, but like, fuck. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Anything else that actually is useful to me, though? VS Code speech? Huh. Oh, that's so cool. What are IDEs fucking doing? That's crazy. Fucking just talk and it does things on your code. That's so wow. Move active editor into a new window. Huh. Well, well, well. So can I do something like move active? What is it called? And see it reset. Yep. Move active editor into new window. But this is insider, so I don't actually use insiders though. Move active, yeah. Yeah, I don't use insiders, so that's why. Okay, good. Now what's not good though? The fact that I have no clue why the Vimium extension not recognize my new CSS. See, like it's still using the old color with the with the gradient, yeah. So let's do a little bit of trolling by just saying important. This has worked in a few places where things weren't considered to be what I wanted them to be. Maybe we reload. Oh, here we go. And now, I'm pretty sure it does not have a gradient. and immediately looks better, at least to me. It still has a border, which is a very ugly shade of, I think, yellow. Yeah, this kind of goes to show that for the most part, developers are either front-end or back-end, because the feature set is very good and like amazing extension, right? But the colors are horrendous. So you take what you can get, I guess. Okay, so low-key weird that you have to use something like important for this, rather than it automatically realizing that you overrode it. But I guess how would it understand that, right? So it's on you. It's fine. Okay, let's go to colors again and have a border of yellow. I use this pink and this yellow like everywhere. I don't think I'm going to even notice the difference, but maybe I will. I cannot for the life of me see it. Actually, what if I just remove the border overall? Is it like going to be better, worse? Okay. It still has a border, actually. Let's make it 2 pixels. I'm not even sure it's updating, to be fair. Maybe I should be reloading every time. I really cannot figure out whether there is a considerable difference or not. Let's try to make it 4 pixels. I want to see it be very obvious, you know. Let's reload. I guess we have to keep reloading to make sure that... Oh, Jesus Christ. How did 2 to 4 jump so much? It's probably some issue on my end though. Like I didn't realize that I did something, or the opposite. Maybe I didn't reload or didn't save or something. I think the border isn't doing it any favors and it's not helpful whatsoever. Let's just make it 0 pixels, and I think after we reload, very important, like, can you see a difference? Actually, right, I'm fucking dumb. I am like trying to get closer to my screen to see if there's a difference. There are tools for that. Let's say we do this, and then I can just, you know, aha, so it still uses an ugly ass fucking border. Huh. What if I specifically like none? Yeah, border none. Wait, I know what's the issue here. We need to use importance to make sure it's actually overridden. Yeah. Yeah, this looks much better in my opinion. Okay. Alright. I immediately like this interface quite a bit more. Just because of the colors. Let's actually commit this. Let's go and... Oh, okay. And let's... How do we... Yeah. Download backup. Not there, though. Oh, come on. Please get recognized. Download backup. Save as. Vimium.json. Boom. Boom. And let's commit this. Did I yeah, I did change something in colors, the line endings. Let's commit Vimium separately and commit it. Vimium change link jumpers to pink, and the other two fix line endings in colors.markdown. VS Code add toggle maximizes current editor group. Okay, so now what I want to do is make the text a bit better. First of all, I'm not sure if bold is really that needed, but more importantly than that, I think I want to change the font to something that I'm more familiar with. So we have font family, and let's make it be Ubuntu something something. Yeah, Ubuntu Mono. Well, I guess let's just try it out and see if it works. So, I'm just gonna keep reloading. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. It looks different. I think. Could be lying on out of my ass right now, but I think it looks different. I'm specifically looking at this, where it says Terraria Wiki. I think it looks different from what it was before. Well, worst case scenario, it doesn't actually work, and it just so happens that I like it anyway, which isn't that bad. So, bold, what else do we have here? Can I just have normal? Yeah, I can have normal. And here we have to use importance, because of course. By the way, the fact that it's showing the yellow ones here still. Yeah, I should probably reload, but I'll need to reload a lot of different tabs, so I'm not necessarily hurrying about it. Huh. Okay, I see their point. Yeah. Normal is too small. How much is bold? I think it's 800. I'm pretty sure it's 800. Let's make it 700 then. Because it looks quite good, but maybe a bit too much. I don't think there's a difference here. So let's go to 7 and do 6 instead. See how that works. Nothing is changing, like, what? And I know for sure that it is overriding correctly because I'm using important. Maybe the difference is just that small, or maybe I'm misremembering different boldness, or maybe my font doesn't support boldness differences at this precise of a level. That could actually be true, in case I didn't install all the types of the font. Yeah, that's what's happening. Huh, okay. Let's try removing this and see if anything actually changes. To check out if it's actually using my font or not. So we see this, right? Oh, actually, I can do this smarter. I can copy it. Boom, and now I can cross-reference it more easily. Yeah, so it was using my font. Okay, I wasn't crazy. I think it being bold is better than not being bold. So, boom. I keep pressing space by habit, because space saves the current file for me. I'm so used to it. Now 12. Yeah, in terms of size, I'm completely okay with it. It's super reasonable. Vimium hand marker, matching character. I'm guessing it goes for something like this, where this 1 is now faded out. I honestly find it annoying, but it doesn't display any defaults here. Hmm. So some element that is of a class matching character. I think I'm fine with this for now. Also, I severely underestimated how tired I am. Let's yank this to make sure we have the most recent version. And we didn't, by the way. So, good. Let's save changes. Download backup. Overwrite them. Yep. And commit them. Vimium. Change font to Ubuntu Mono. That's all we did actually. And that I was able to keep in my head. Anki might actually be helping my memory in like long-term type of thing. What I'm gonna use Anki for next is to remember the recipe of every single potion. I have already added it was more. It was like 60 something. All the NPC interactions, their biomes that they like and dislike, and all the NPCs that they like and dislike. I want to just keep all of that information in my head for no fucking reason. I think it's super fun. I love collecting information. Alright. So, change CSS for Vimium. Now it looks quite a bit better. And what I was going to do actually is change the squares on GitHub. I mean, you probably know what those are, but I still want to show them off. I already have CSS that disables the annoying ass scrolling thingy here, which you will get if you zoom in a bit. What I also want to do is to change the green squares to be pink squares instead. And that shouldn't take too much time, but I'm now realizing that I'm very much tired. So I'm actually going to be ending stream. I usually stream for more. Oh, well, it's still an hour. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this. A bit of CSS. Checking out VS Code update. So you can expect on the next stream that we will change GitHub squares to pink. Since pretty much everything that I code is public, you'll be able to copy that to yourself and have better looking squares if you also like pink like me. If I look to the right of me, I have pink towels, a pink hoodie, a pink skirt, a pink t-shirt, a pink like I don't know how to call it in English. Let's say pajamas, but not actually. Basically, I love pink.